Now then, people, good evening. Yeah, good evening. Welcome back to the Just Joe football show for your instant match reaction. Leeds United beaten, battered, bruised, humbled. Stay humble, quick reminder of what happens to you in the Premier League when things don't go your way, be that team selection, be that manager decisions, be that mistakes. It's an unforgiving league. Best believe if it don't go well, it's it's long. Leeds United were battered. I said 2-0. I didn't think we would win the game. We got to, was it 25 minutes? I was thinking, do you know what I mean? We're doing all right here for 25 minutes. We had the best chance of the game at that point. The header where Strauch from the corner. Strauch, and it's a great save by David Raya. He's one of the best keepers in the league for a reason. And but yeah, it was short-lived. It was short-lived because obviously Timber got one from a corner. I don't know if Perry should have come. There's question marks over Perry's performance in this game. Kicking is not great. Even his short kicking isn't great, if I'm honest. So yeah, he needs to sort that out. I think the selection, before we get into all the goals, let's talk about the selection. It was all wrong. I'd said all week, Metcha. If Calvert-Lewin's fit, play Calvert-Lewin. If not, it has to be Metcha. The manager got it so wrong. What was Pirro, genuinely, what was Pirro going to do in that game? Genuinely. Even before a ball's kicked, what, like I'd said before, right? I said in the lead up, I said it on my preview, go watch it, right? When Pirro, he drops into midfield, we're not going to need that. We're not going to need that against Arsenal. Everyone can see that. I can see that. You can see it. We don't need that against Arsenal. What we're going to do is be under the cosh for near enough 90 minutes. So when we want to get out, we have to have an outlet. We have to have an outlet. Who's actually good at pressing? Who's good at, who's good at pressing? Who's good at holding the ball up? Metcha. If Calvert-Lewin was fit, you'd have started him. It has to be Metcha. My concern is the manager goes, well, they performed well last week, so I have to give them it. No. It's different strokes for different folks. I mentioned before the game that maybe Harrison should have started because, again, that would have been harsh on Nonto, but I think him and Goodmanson doubling up on Saka would have helped. Now, Nonto actually played well. I say well loosely, but what I'm saying, he actually won the ball a few times down that flank. So, I get it. But the striker was all wrong. The striker was all wrong. And look, I am some numpty on YouTube in here, right? I am some numpty. JB Leeds, if you don't start listening to what I'm saying, I'm gonna remove you because you're not listening to a word I'm saying. And you're saying I'm saying one thing and you're not listening to a word I'm fucking saying, bro. Yeah? You're not listening to a word I'm saying. If you're going to criticize me for not criticizing the manager, listen to what I'm saying because I'm fucking doing it now. Are you not listening? So, my thing is, we've all said before, I'm some idiot in my room here, in a bedroom, in the house, and I said in the lead up that we need to start with Metro or ideally Calvert-Lewin. I don't know what Pirro was supposed to do. In the first 20-25 minutes, we managed to get it out to James a couple of times. That was the danger area. I mentioned this. I said, where we need to go is in behind Calafiore. In behind Calafiore. We did it twice in the opening 20-25 minutes, and we looked all right. We looked all right. Not looked all right. But my point is, we got into the box. If you remember, James cut in, had a go with his left. It was blocked. He had a run at Gabriel in one thing, drew a corner. From that resulting corner, we almost score. But in order for us to get that ball out to James enough, we had to get it up the pitch. We wasn't going to progress our way up the pitch. We definitely wasn't going to progress our way up the pitch with Pirro leading the line. For me, Mecha, all right, in that second half, I'd switched off for a lot of it, but Mecha in that second half was drawing fouls, was giving free kicks. I want my striker to be active when we're under the cosh, getting us up the pitch, being more direct. Instead of trying to pass it out from the back, we got an early let-off when Perry played it into Stack. Stack was bad today, by the way. Stack was bad. Welcome to the levels. What I mean by that is you go from playing Idrissa Gana Gueye, Dewsbury Hall, Dewsbury Hall a bit lightweight, and you go from that to Rice, Euros winners, Zubimendi, Odegaard and co. You know what I mean? It's levels. So he needed to be better. Tanaka tried. Gruev, I know people are going to... I mean, he was at fault for the second goal. The second goal before halftime kills us. The second goal before halftime kills us. Again, that was an error from Gruev. Timber through to Saka. I don't think people will criticise the keeper, but I think there's not much you can do with that. He was expecting it to come across, and before he's even had an opportunity to think about what he's doing, it's in the back of the net. And changes weren't made at halftime. 100%. 100%. Why we went out with the same 11 in the second half was mental. Was mental. I don't understand what he told them at our time and what he expected different. So Mecha should have come on. There was an argument for Longstaff coming on. And within 3 minutes, it was 3 down. Within 3 minutes, we were 3 down. He had to change it at halftime. He had to change it. And then Gyökeres gets amongst it. We've helped him now get his start, if you like. That'll be... Yeah, he got 2. He gets the penalty. Max Dowman came on. You knew they were taking piss. Look at the subs, yeah? Max Dowman, Lewis Skelly, Wanyeri, all the youth. Bring on the youth. This is us. Bring on the youth. But when you're able to do that, like, listen, Arsenal are levels above us. Arsenal might go on to win the title. I don't mind Arsenal. They're a quality side. You know, they were going to beat us today. I said this. They were going to beat us today. Yeah, mad matter. They were going to beat us today. I said 2-0. I said 2-0. It ended up being 5. Just don't embarrass yourself. Goal difference could play a part come the end of the season. To concede 5's not great. Gabajan says the game was crying out for Joseph and Ramazani. I agree with you, Damar. Damar, listen to the words I'm saying. Listen, please, don't come on with an agenda like Joe's going to defend you. Please listen to me before you start throwing shade at me, because it hurts. Because it hurts and irks me. I am in a shit mood because my team has lost. Yeah, my team has lost. Not only lost, we got walloped. But please don't just come on and go, oh, is this, when you aren't even listening to what I'm saying. Agreed with you. Yo, at the end of the day, I thought he was going to score. He gets an assist. He was quality. He is quality. You know? No, yeah. I think maybe he could have come for the header. There's nothing... Listen, the Gyökeres goal on the 48th minute, Strauch. When we're in possession of the football and on top, Strauch's great. When he's got to defend, nah. He's not great defensively, I'm sorry. And he had a very good game. But is it a case of this is where the manager makes his bread? Because he goes, Strauch, you were great. However, I'm going to start Biol. Pirro, you played well against Everton. I thought he played well. People disagree. I thought he played well. You're going to start. No. What is the best lineup that's going to give us a chance in this game? Yeah, Rodon was poor too, but if Rodon was poor, Strauch was a car crash. Strauch was very, very bad, especially for that third goal. Like, what are we doing here? The fourth, the defending for that corner is brutal. He's brutal. I mean, I've seen Leeds fans clipping up handballs. It's not for me, that. What are we doing? Yeah, no, RB, this is my point that I'm making as well. If you'd have all said, if you'd have polled Leeds fans, who starts up top away at the Emirates, it had to be Metro or Calvert-Lewin. I said in the build-up, right? I said I would have gone with the same lineup. I discussed maybe starting Biol, but I'm not gonna change my opinion now with hindsight. I said it'd been harsh to change him, so okay, I keep Strauch. I was all right with Gruev in midfield. Yeah. I don't mind that. Listen, that's on me. I don't mind that. But I said I wanted Metro and I just started Harrison. That was my lineup. Now, I know Harrison would have gone down like a lead balloon, but I just defensively, I disagree, Jamie. I like Gruev, but that's me. I do like Gruev. You know, it is what it is. But I did suggest a backup six, and I do believe Leeds might be looking at that. I know I'm not going to say the names now because it'll just trigger you even more. But yeah, bro, please don't do this. Please don't do this. I haven't seen you for a week. You haven't been on the channel for a week, bro. Don't do this now, bro. Please, don't do this. We need free signings. We do. We need a right winger. Please go get Bakwa. Yeah. I don't know if we'll get a striker, if I'm honest. I don't think we go get a striker, if I'm honest. But I would like us to. Demirovic would be nice. Yeah. Positives for Leeds. Okafor came in. He got some minutes. That's good. Metcha got more minutes. I think, look, the big test now is Newcastle at home. You have to dust yourself down. You have to go again. Get who we want, but Farker is not the one. But he was last week. I'm not doing that. It's 2 games in, people, right? You might dislike him, but it's 2 games in. We're not the Greeks, Shug Knight, Marinakis, yeah? We're not doing that. We're saying that his tactics are terrible. They weren't last week. You were all quiet last week. I don't know why we do this. As an Arsenal fan, I'm happy, but you showed some strength at the start. We did. We were all right for the first 20, 25 minutes. I said this. We were. I said, if we can get to 0-0 at half time, you never know. We conceded on the stroke to make it 2. That's frustrating. The truth is we have a mini league in our league, which we need to win. I do agree with you. Today we should have had Aronson playing. I think the striker is where it went wrong. Because we couldn't get up the pitch. In the first 20, 25 minutes, we got 2 balls over to James in behind. That was the way for me. Because they were always going to push up. So you needed a striker to hold it up, be able to pop it off into midfield, be that Tanaka or Stack, and him get the ball out to James. But we had a striker up top that doesn't do that. I agree with you, mate. It is mad. Like, Matty, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. But these are the people that wanted him sacked last year. These are the people that wanted him sacked when we didn't go up the first season. Look how that's turning out for Sheffield United. They've played 3 games, lost 3 in the bottom of the league. There is no reason to be pushing the button on a manager that got it right. Listen, the newly promoted teams had to wait till November to get their first win. What did I say at the start of the season? Beat Everton, then the other 2, boom. If we lose at Everton, I said, oh, the noise is going to be brutal. 3 games in, no wins. But we won at Everton. Did you honestly think this morning when you woke up or when you saw the fixtures that you were going to go to the Emirates, to the best defence statistically in the Premier League and win? No. But of course, there is a way in which you lose, and that's what we're criticising now. The selection was wrong. He got it wrong, and hopefully he learns from his mistakes. Because away from home, at teams at the top 6, you get a big man up top or someone who can hold it up and you get it direct to him. They don't like balls in behind them. Get it up to him. Because when he came on, he drew fouls and also fouled, right? Even if he's fouling Saliba going for the ball, it breaks up play. Yeah, I agreed. Yeah. 100%. So we should, right? So we should. Did you think it would be this bad? It was always on the cards. I said 2-0, but it could have easily been this. Come on, it's Arsenal. This could happen at City. It happened under Bielsa, for fuck's sake. It happens. Sometimes it happens because there's levels to this game. The mad thing is, Arsenal now, the depth is insane because Saka went off. And they brought in Madueke. Well, they brought on Trossard. And Madueke went out to the right. Odegaard went off. And on came Wanyere. A Sunderland fan messaged me to say, welcome to the Prem. That's not the Prem. That's world-class level. They lost to a championship side today. No elite. That's true. That's true. And Arsenal are in the Champions League. You know, it happened when we finished 9th. Exactly, Johnny. Long way to go yet. Long way to go yet. I don't know what. Look, the manager got the tactics wrong. There was some shite performers out there. No, the only credit I get is Okafor came on. Mecha showed that he should be starting now. I don't know what else you want me to say. Set pieces we should have done better from. We should have been fucking practicing them. Keeper, there's question marks over. So we have to watch this space on that. But it's been a long day. I've been here since 12. Yeah, don't worry about it, JB. I get it, bro. And so am I, bro. I am as well. I am an emotional guy. You know this. I'm an emotional guy. Don't mean it in any way personal to anyone if I lose my temper or anything like that. It's just hard when we're losing that people are coming. Listen, I give receipts out. It's fine. And you don't like it and you'll get angry. And naturally, I am human. So when I am sat here and I'm fuming and the managers, I support the manager and people are going, judge. I can't sit here and be able to like, I'm gonna bite back. It is what it is. It is what it is. Tuesday night, start Mecha, start Okafor, let these lads cook. Give them some confidence going into Newcastle. Pirro, away from home, against sides like that, no, you are not starting. Please. Even I could see that. I didn't understand it. We had fight today. We did have fight. Come on now. We did have fight. They're just better than us. And the manager didn't help us. Big up, JT Live. Love you, bro. It was long today. It was always going to be long. But we move. Listen, I'm done for the night. I'll see you tomorrow for the When the Dust Settles with Joe, hopefully, although he is away. So I might get someone else in for that. When the Dust Settles is so we're not all emotion. I'll see you for that, yeah? Peace out. Love for the love. Have a nice evening. It's long.